The Constitution of India, Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello 8th standard children. Hope life is moving on smoothly for all of you. So besides watching these videos, what do you do, children? How do you pass your time? Do you utilize your time productively? Do you engage yourselves in other hobbies, other things that keep you engaged, happy always? See, I have a bit of advice. This time is very precious, don't waste it, utilize it productively. Do something nice and make yourself and your parents happy, okay my dear children? Time is very precious. Once gone is gone forever, you can't get it back. Right? Okay. There's one more thing about time, what is it? Time is a very good healer. Time heals all the wounds. Actually it is true in my case, you know why? For the past 2 months, my wrist movements were restricted. I taught you 3 experiments, but I was feeling very bad that I couldn't show it to all of you, demonstrate. But I always believe in God and always help comes to us from unexpected quarters. I happened to receive a surprise video from one of the students of 8th D. You know, he sent me a video where he is performing all the 3 experiments. My joy knew no bounds because what I wanted to do, he did it for me. So that particular moment was very thrilling. You wish to know his name, your friend? It is none other than Adityan of 8th D. An unforgettable experience. I'm actually very proud of him, you know why? Because one, for the fact that he has helped me. More than that, it is the fact that he has shown his interest in science. That makes a teacher very happy when a student shows a lot of interest in her particular subject. Once again, thanks a lot, Aditya. And I wish to see all other students also coming forward, coming out and exploring their talents, expressing themselves, exposing it to the whole world. I hope you will all do so. So once again, Adityan, thanks a lot for helping me out, and it will come to us as a surprise to you. I'll be showing this video, your video, to your friends after my session is over. So I hope all the 8th standard children will be happy to see one of your friends while watching this video, isn't it? So please come out with your talents just like he did. Okay my dear children, now I will be continuing with my topic. Where did I stop last time? I hope you all remember. It was about separation techniques. So last class it was all about what you learnt in the UP section. Now we are moving forward, you are in 8th standard. Now there are 6 separation techniques that you have to learn in the first lesson. Separation means വേർപെടുത്തൽ. ഒരു മിക്സ്ചറിൽ 2-3 സബ്സ്റ്റൻസസ് തരും, അതിനെ നമ്മൾ ഓരോന്നായിട്ട് സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ചെയ്യണം. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ സെപ്പറേഷൻ ടെക്നിക്. ആൻഡ് ഐ ടോൾഡ് യു ദ ചോയ്സ് will also depend on the properties of the components of the mixture. Hope you remember all that. Now children, for the sake of simplicity, I will not go order wise. I will begin from the techniques which are very easy for you to understand. Okay, so the first separation technique that I am going to start with today is using a separating funnel. This word is actually new to you. I don't think you might have heard it before. Separating funnel. Funnel, Funnel. So I hope you will all listen to the class attentively. You are learning all this for the first time. Okay, now please have a look the board. The first technique is using separating funnel. Okay, I have drawn a simple separating funnel on the board. This is just for you so that you will be able to understand it better. Okay. Now before I start with the separating funnel, do you know the meaning of the words soluble, insoluble, miscible, immiscible? Okay, if not, I will just tell you. The meaning of the word soluble is substances. In case of solids, you will use soluble and insoluble. Solid substances ne nammal വെള്ളത്തിൽ അലിയണതിനെ soluble എന്ന് പറയും, വെള്ളത്തിൽ അലിയാത്തത് insoluble. Is it clear? So solid substances which dissolve in water, they are called as soluble substances. And those solids which do not dissolve in water, they are called as insoluble substances. Now examples for soluble are salt, sugar. ഇത് രണ്ടും വെള്ളത്തിൽ അലിയും, soluble ആണ്. വെള്ളത്തിൽ salt, sugar ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അത് കാണില്ല, soluble ആയിരിക്കും. Is it clear? Next is insoluble. Insoluble means it will not dissolve in water. However hard we try, it will not dissolve. So examples are sand and stones. Have you seen stone dissolving in water? വെള്ളത്തിൽ കല്ലിട്ട് അത് അലിഞ്ഞു പോണത് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? It's impossible. So these solids, they are insoluble in water. Now this term miscible, have you heard it before? What is the meaning of the word miscible? Miscible, immiscible. These two words we will use in the case of liquids only. So വെള്ളത്തിൽ അലിയണ സോളിഡിനെ എന്താ പറയാ? Soluble substance. അലിയാത്ത സോളിഡിനെ insoluble. അതേപോലെ വെള്ളത്തിൽ അലിയണ liquidsനെ miscible liquids എന്ന് പറയും. And those liquids which do not dissolve in water, they are called as immiscible liquids. Clear? So what are the examples for miscible liquids? The examples are milk and glycerin. Paal easily dissolves in water, it gets mixed. You might have seen, isn't it? Glycerin also is a liquid. When we mix it with water, it easily dissolves. വെള്ളം ഏതാണ് ഗ്ലിസറിൻ ഏതാണെന്ന് കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ല, അങ്ങനെ ഒരേപോലെയാകും മിസിബിൾ. ക്ലിയർ? Now what about immiscible? Immiscible means those liquids which do not mix in water. വെള്ളത്തിൽ എത്ര ഇട്ട് തറയിൽ നിന്നാലും അത് അലിയില്ല. Clear? Petrol, kerosene, oil. Oil is another example for immiscible liquids. Clear, children? So this must be clear. Without this you can't go further. Clear? Now in the case of separating funnel, what is a separating funnel? Separating funnel is an apparatus used to separate immiscible liquids. Once again I'll tell you, separating funnel is an apparatus used to separate immiscible liquids. For example, if I give you petrol and water and ask you to separate, I want petrol as well as water, what can you do? So you should remember what teacher has taught us, that petrol and water, they are immiscible liquids. Petrol and water mix aviya, dissolve aviya. So in those cases we have to use separating funnel. So this is a separating funnel. This diagram is there in your textbook. Please have a look at the diagram. Okay children, now coming back to the explanation. Petrol and water. Suppose I am separating petrol and water. I will pour petrol and water. For example, if I take 2 glasses of petrol and 2 glasses of water, I will pour both in the separating funnel. I will shake it and close it. And here there is a pipe also. Clear? Now I will allow this to stand for maybe half an hour, for few minutes. It's okay. Allow it to stand for another, and then it comes a high we have to keep it undisturbed. Okay, so now what is there inside this? Petrol and water together. I have poured. Now after half an hour, if I don't disturb it, what happens? We can see both the liquids standing separately in the form of two different layers. Can you see here on the board? This is one liquid and this is the second one. Now out of these, which one will be water? Any guess? Just think. Is this water or is this water? I'll clear the doubt. This liquid is water and the liquid at the top will be petrol. Okay, understood? So one liquid at the top and the liquid at the bottom. Why? Why water has come down? Because water has high density. This is a very important question, children, very important technique. It is always asked. You have to draw this figure as well as write whatever I have taught in the file. In your own words you can write. Okay, so first you have to write separating funnel, draw this diagram, write down the procedure. Definition of separating funnel. It is an apparatus used to separate immiscible liquids. It is an apparatus used to separate immiscible liquids. Then I taught you we have to pour it, allow it to settle. Don't shake it, let it settle, let it be undisturbed. Petrol will be at the top, water at the bottom because water has high density. You have heard this word before, in physics also you have heard it, isn't it? So this is water. Now for example, if I give you oil and water, can you separate? Yes, oil and water both are immiscible liquids. Again, pour oil and water. Oil will go to the top, water at the bottom. Why? Water has high density. This is very, very important. Don't forget to mention this point in your file. Okay? Water has high density, so it will come at the bottom. Petrol or oil or kerosene, whichever liquid is given, immiscible liquid, that will be at the top. Now, what next? We have got two layers. How can you separate it? See here there is a tap. I will open this tap. Then when I open it, what happens? Water starts dripping here. First I will collect all the water. Okay, children? Now water starts coming down. Water will start flowing down here. Okay, I will be collecting this in a beaker. Now what happens? After collecting water, I will keep another beaker. I will close the tap. Then keep another beaker and collect all the petrol that is remaining. Understood? Once again, I will open the tap. The water flows down. I will collect it in a beaker. After all the water is collected, close the tap. Keep another beaker and collect petrol in another beaker. So now our aim is fulfilled. Petrol and water is separated. This is applicable to any immiscible liquid. Okay. So in the exam, if they ask you, if they give you two immiscible liquids and ask you to separate, immediately your answer must be use a separating funnel. So separating funnel is used to separate two immiscible liquids. I hope this portion is clear. Any immiscible liquid can be separated. Immiscible means വെള്ളത്തിൽ mix ആവാത്തത്. അങ്ങനെയുള്ള liquids മാത്രമേ separating funnel use ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റൂ. Okay. Now I am moving on to the second technique, that is sublimation. You have heard this word before. In my previous class I have taught you what is sublimation. So today in this class I am going to teach you two techniques, and see, can you observe something quickly here? Both start with S, right? Both the techniques begin with S. So two techniques. First is separating funnel, second is sublimation. What is sublimation? The process in which a solid directly changes to gas without melting into a liquid. Hope you remember this now. ഒരു സോളിഡ് ലിക്വിഡ് ആവാണ്ട് നേരിട്ട് സ്റ്റേറ്റിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. അതിന് എന്താ പറയുക പ്രോസസ്സിനെ? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ആസ് sublimation. Okay, and I have also taught you 4 sublimable substances. Those children who are very particular in watching my videos will recollect, no doubt. First is camphor, naphthalene, iodine and ammonium chloride. Okay, these 4 are sublimable substances. പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവരെ ചൂടാക്കിയ ഈ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസസ് നേരെ ഗ്യാസ് ആയിട്ട് മാറും. അവർ ലിക്വിഡ് ആവില്ല, ഉരുകില്ല ലിക്വിഡ് ആയിട്ട്. Clear? Now how can we use this to be separated? Now suppose I am giving you in the textbook there is example of sand and ammonium chloride. So I will be teaching on the same one. Okay. Now first I will just tell you what are the materials required for this. This is a burner. Burner എന്തിനാണ് കത്തിക്കുക. പിന്നെ ഒരു ചൈന ഡിഷ് അതിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ സാൻഡും അമോണിയം ക്ലോറൈഡ് എടുക്കണം. മിക്സ് ആക്കിയിട്ടാണ് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. മണ്ണും അമോണിയം ക്ലോറൈഡ്. അമോണിയം ക്ലോറൈഡ് is a white powder. Okay. But now this contains sand and ammonium chloride. Now I have kept a funnel inverted. കമ്പി വെച്ചിരിക്കുക. And can you see cotton over here? I have drawn cotton here. Why? Why I have plugged it with cotton? I will tell you, okay? So, these are the materials, objects. Now listen carefully. This china dish, it contains sand and ammonium chloride. Out of this, one is sublimable, isn't it? So, as soon as you see sublimable substance, you should think, yeah, we have to carry out sublimation for separation. And if it is 2 immiscible liquids, separating from it. Okay? So now this contains 1 sublimable substance. This is sand and ammonium chloride. Now I will heat it. When I heat this, what happens? I told you sublimation means solid changes to gas. This ammonium chloride that is present in this mixture, it will start going up in the form of vapors and it will reach here. Can it go up? പുറത്തേക്ക് പോവോ? ഇല്ല. Because I have plugged it with cotton. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇവിടെ cotton വയ്ക്കുക. Clear? Okay. Now heat ചെയ്തു. Ammonium chloride vapors are going up and they will be stuck here. They can't escape. Okay. So what is there remaining here? Only sand. Now these vapors, what will happen to these vapors? On cooling, these vapors, they automatically get solidified on the inner sides of the funnel. This funnel in there, ഉൾഭാഗത്ത് അതിനെ കട്ടകട്ടയായിട്ട് solidify. Is it clear? So here we got sand and here we have ammonium chloride. Our duty is over now. We got both the components separated. Sand varvarti, ammonium chloride also is separated. Understood? So separation techniques are very important. You should have in your mind what are the components that are given to you in that mixture. Based on those components, you have to decide which property you can use. Once again, I am reminding you, if there is 1 sublimable substance in the mixture, you have to carry out sublimation. How to do it? Heat the mixture. Sublimable substance is solid, it will turn into gas. On cooling, it solidifies. Then we can collect it. Funnel market, we get the solidified sublimable substance. In this case, it is ammonium chloride. Okay? I hope you have understood both the techniques. First one, separating funnel. It is used to separate 2 immiscible liquids. For that matter, any example you can use. Oil and water, kerosene water, petrol water. But in all these cases, remember, water will be at the bottom because water has high density. You know why I am repeating this? So that it will be there in your mind because this is very important. Not only from examination point of view, lifelong you have to remember all these points. Then next is sublimation, where a solid directly changes to gas. These are the sublimable substances. From the mixture, we can heat it, and because of the sublimation, both the substances get separated. Okay, my dear children, I wish to continue, but I don't want to just bombard your head with further techniques. I think I will stop here. As I said, utilize your time productively. Write down all the notes, draw this figure as well, and write the procedure in your own words. Definition I have told you before. These sublimable substances, don't forget to mention it. Okay, now I will see you all in the next class. Till then, it is bye from the teacher. Thank you.
Hi friends, I am Adityan KM from 8th D. We have learned 3 experiments in our chemistry. What are they? That they are: solids occupy space, air has volume, air has mass. Do these experiments. Do these 3 experiments. This is, I have taken a glass filled with water, a stone and a plate. I am doing the experiment solids occupy space. I am immersing this stone into the water. You can see that the water spill out. So this shows that solids occupy space. Okay. This is the second one. This experiment is air has volume. I have taken a glass and I put newspaper inside this glass, and I have taken a bucket filled with water. I am immersing this glass filled with the paper perpendicularly. And I am taking this glass slowly. With my dry hand, I am taking this paper. You can see that the paper is fully dried. So this proves that air occupies space. This is the third experiment. This is air has mass. I have taken a scale, 30 centimeter scale, 2 balloons and a thread. I have suspended the scale with the help of a thread, and I have put 2 balloons at both ends, and this scale is balanced. When I remove one balloon, the scale is imbalanced. Now I remove the non-filled balloon, and I put the filled balloon with air, and then the scale is imbalanced. This shows that the air has mass. Thank you. Hope you like this experiment, and I hope you will try this at home.